Another?
Yes, how are you?
Let me.
Everybody is set. I don't know, do they need to do a confirm or anything? Let's see. They got the email early this week, right? On Monday, Tuesday?
I think I have to exit one of these. So sorry, it's echoing.
Yeah, you could just mute one of them.
Is this better? How's
yeah.
that? Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, as long as one of them is off, you're fine.
Okay. What was your question?
I didn't know, did we need a reminder to do, did we do a reminder? They didn't get anything today?
I didn't I didn't have a reminder sent for them. I just see Brooke and Tamika. Landra said that she was coming. They're in the waiting room. Brooke and Tamika.
Okay, Brooke, Tamika. Who else is it? Blessy. Let me text. I don't know why they did that. This is very late for them. I'm surprised that they even said that.
So and that's the only other person that we're missing is Nadia, and who I was having a problem with reaching out to our African people. So it just kept routing for me to send them like a text message in my phone. It wouldn't send a message in the WhatsApp.
Okay.
So the only other person I'm missing is Nadia. So I can hit her up and see what's Thursday is good for me. So yeah, let me see what's up with Landra.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started. You can bring them in. We're gonna go because we got the board meeting right after this, so we're good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cookies good or what?
Good evening. I think you're on mute.
all right, good evening. How are you? Whew. You well?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Hello, Brooke. We're just doing some follow-ups. This is our second call. We had one yesterday in the afternoon, more so for our international authors. So I think we still have one or two international that should be joining us. There she is, there she is. All right. Welcome, welcome. We're going to be quick. I got a call right after this one and one more call. So I'm just glad we have a recording. So the recording will be available. Even if you want to review, but we're going to go ahead and get this meeting started. So I thank you for joining me tonight. I thank you for just your commitment, your consideration, and being a part of the 4 C's and really being, just change agents, if you will, game changers, right? We are here to change the game. So I just thank you for your time tonight. So let's get into it. Let me see. So if you don't know, my name is Dr. Anana, and I am a World Civility Ambassador and the founder of Blessed Girls Global, as well as Moms on a Mission. And I'm super excited that you are here today. I wanted to just let you know a little bit about Blessed Girls. So honestly, we're going to be celebrating 5 years, right? So Blessed Girls was established in 2017. I think it was May 2017. And the overall mission is to provide education, enrichment, activities, and mentorship, right? And it's pretty much designed to develop leadership skills in young people, and typically women or girls, young women that come from low income, at risk, and more importantly, underrepresented areas around the world. Okay, and so we believe in being proactive rather than reactive. And I'll say that again, being proactive rather than reactive. A lot of times when it comes to our youth, we are responding once something happens, right? So a lot of what we do in regards to Blessed Girl is to be proactive. So how do we start and instill and support and encourage and inspire, as well as educate at a younger age? Right, so they don't go through the mistakes that we went through or that I went through, or some of the adults that are on the line, you know what I'm talking about, right? So we really try to be proactive, and our approach is really to empower you to become the leaders today. And we know in order for you to know and understand leadership, right, we have to pour into you. We have to give you the example to become a leader. We have to give you the opportunity to develop, right, the gifts and the talents, right, and the purpose and the passion that God has given you. So that's a little bit about what Blessed Girls is, what we're passionate about doing. And 4 C's is civility, community, creativity, and climate change. And really, this was something that came out of the response of the pandemic. And you all know we've all been touched by the pandemic, whether you're in Africa, you're in South America, you in India, you in Southeast Asia, right? Wherever you are, you've been touched by the pandemic. Right. And so it touched everyone, whether race, ethnicity, you were touched and affected by the pandemic. Right. So we, as a World Civility Ambassador, one thing I do is focus on civility. Right. And being aware of what really was going on around the world is incivility. Right, inconsideration, definitely lack of respect, and just for mankind, right? And of course, us here in the U.S. during the pandemic, we saw such an insurge of incivility and just racial killing. We know we just looked at, we're a year away from the Capitol and the insurrection, right? All of that is incivility, right? And so we came up with this curriculum. Really, God gave me that to really focus on the 4 C's. So in 2022, in response to the pandemic, we had a virtual summit. And so I was able to pull together mostly women and girls from around the world to talk about civility, to talk about how we were being affected by the pandemic. Right, you know, schools closing down, nothing, the streets are empty, right? People fighting for toilet paper and paper towels, all the things that were going on. Like, let's come together and let our voices be heard. Right? How are you as a high school girl being affected by this, right? How are kids in elementary school? How are the moms being affected by it, right? These are the conversations that really were not being highlighted, right, and being shared. So with this virtual summit, we focused on the 4 C's. We had amazing leaders come on board and share from London, and you name it. It was an awesome experience. But one of my mentors, Sir Clyde Rivers, he said, "Listen, Dr. Nana, this is a book. This is a book." We were like, okay. And so we had our first edition of the 4 C's last March, was the book release. And so the goal is to have one every year. So the second edition is happening, right? And we had some amazing authors share their story. So we're now, you are in the phase of being a part of the second edition. Okay. So last year, I think we had 10 in total. I don't even have the book in front of me. Oh my goodness, that's my bad. But if you watch the first video, we had the I don't know, yeah, who else is on here? But so we had the first edition launch, and we did a virtual because, again, we were still pretty much in the midst of a shutdown. So we did a virtual book launch. And I'm going to put the links in the comments when I'm finished, so you can go right to our YouTube page, Blessed Girls TV, and you can see some of the launches that we had. And it was incredible. The response was great. So now we're in the next phase of this. And prayerfully, as the world opens up, this is going to be like a 2-part release, because we will do a virtual book release, and we will interview all of the authors. You'll share a bit of your experience and your story, as well as we are going to be doing a book release in Africa. So we're going on a 4 C's tour. So there's 2 pieces to this introduction, if you will, and you're not obligated either way in regards to going on the tour, because, you know, of course, it's a time commitment, financial commitment. You know, we'll help and walk you through that, especially our young girls that, you know, would like to go, you know, how to fundraise, letters to, you know, help get the money to to go on such an amazing trip. So we will be releasing this book in the summer of 2022. We'll do a virtual book launch. And of course, you have the option to have your own book launch and book signings in your own area, in your regions. And then in July, we'll be traveling to Kenya, Burundi, Ghana, and South Africa. And it's going to be a 4C summit in each of those areas. You will be a speaker. You will speak about whatever your C is. You will be a part of that platform. And I think it's just going to be incredible, right? So I wanted you, I'm like, think big, okay? So whatever you might have been thinking about this book, whatever you may have been thinking about becoming a co-author, I'm just gonna blow the roof off of that, okay? Whatever you thought was in store for you this year and beyond, we're just gonna shatter all that and just think bigger, if you will. And even if you can't go, you still will be a part of that. You'll be representative of that. You know, your book will be released internationally. You will be an international author. Your network will grow incredibly. So just an incredible opportunity. Okay, so we'll definitely talk more about that. So the summit will provide education and inspiration in regarding to building youth leaders, and you will get the recognition, the networking, even for those that may be working with youth in those areas. We want to bring them on. You will pretty much be a trainer. You know, they'll be hearing your story and how this C has affected you. So it's just going to be an incredible opportunity. And the mission of the tour is to uplift, to train and recognize and empower youth and women in the region, in the various regions that we go. All right. And so at the end of it is to create and cultivate future leaders. Okay. So you being here today, I want to definitely answer some of your questions. If you haven't met Miss Adriana Riggs, she is my assistant. So that's how she got you to be here today, because she connected with you and sent you the information. So she'll be following up with you after this call. Just a general idea, some things that aren't set, if we talk about next steps, you would need a contract will be sent to you tonight, and that's like an agreement. So you understand what the expectation is, what your deliverables are, and what mine are. You will know when your chapter is due. So the contract will be due on January 24th, which I believe is Sunday. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Sunday.
It's Sunday, right? Okay, thank you. You would need to get a professional headshot for the cover of the book. And that will be by February 24th. So it gives you about a month to do that. If you have some issues, then let me know, right? So there's some hard deadlines, right? And if you can even have your professional bio by then. And again, some girls, you might not have an elaborate amount of information, but even just to let the reader know who you are. What are some things that you're passionate about? Even what your future endeavors are, right, will be important. How you serve in your community. So there's some things that you've done so far. You would highlight that in your bio. Okay, and most of you guys are, if not in college, heading to college. So I'm sure you've already done some pieces of that anyway. So we can certainly talk and work you through that. But the actual chapter will be due March 28th. Okay, so that just gives you an idea of, we're pretty much going to try to get this done within the next, 2 months, 3 months. If you need, extenuating circumstances, you need to let me know, because we would, your first draft, right? We usually do maybe 2 to 3 drafts. So it's just important for me to get that. We're going to have some meetings intermittently, pretty much every other week, for you to get on. We'll do some writing coaching. Then at the final steps of the book, we're going to talk about how you can market it, even speaking training to prepare you for the tour if you're coming, if not even virtually. So we're here to support you all along the way. If you will. So those are some hard set dates. And I just want to put them out there to you now, so that way you know the level of commitment. But if you have something major going on in your life and that doesn't fit, then that's fine too. But I wanted to just put that out there to you. You will be providing your bio and a chapter. Sometimes people ask me, well, how many pages? It's not really pages, it's more so like words. So as a gauge, I would say 3,000 to 5,000 words for a chapter. We can go a little bit more, but not so much under, right? So that's that's the minimum is 3,000 just for your chapter. Okay. Let's see. Overall, you're going to be talking about your C. Your chapter will allow you to share your passion, your experience, and how your C adds value to your life and those that are around you. Right? And you can talk about good, bad, and or different. You're going to share your why, your who, your when, and where these areas, like how they've been affected you, how they help you move forward, right? And consider yourself as the expert, right? Just consider yourself, if a young girl came behind you and picked up this book, how would she be inspired by you? What you're talking, what you're sharing. Consider those that are leading in that area now. I always say, look, and it's not somebody, a mentor that necessarily you can put your hands on, but who encourages you, who inspires you. And they could be living, they could be in the past. Think about some of those people that you want to start studying now, or you may have already done that. Maya Angelou, Amanda, I can't think of her last name. Two of our girls really captured a lot of her work and spoke about her. Gandhi, listen, it could be Cardi B if you want. I mean, I don't care, but it's your experience, right? And so I really would like you to think of, people that you can, share about and make it relevant. Again, we are in post-pandemic. Some of the things that are going on, you can even talk about. Of course, the racial injustice was a big thing for us. It still is. And even in your neck of the woods, if it's civility, if it's climate change, right? The science behind it, but more so importantly, how I love the fact that when I always think about civility and climate change, they really are the same, like climate civility, if you will, right? But then it's always going to take creative ideas, creative people, right? As well as a community, right? To shift things and to make the change and make the world a better place. So they all go together. So that's just a little bit, we're going to talk more about it, but I wanted to just drop some things out there for you, just to give you that, but you'll get more. We'll give you some outlines, some agendas. We're going to have some calls where we're going to have some of our past authors come and share their process, how they did it. So they'll encourage you in that regard. And yeah, I think I did this well in about 15 minutes. I wanted to just get my spiel out the way, and then I want to open up for some questions. And we will take it from there, and you guys can get at it. Hello. So that was me. What I want to do real quick. So we got Brooke is here, we have Tamika, and we have Nadia is here. So if you guys just want to say hello and where you are chiming in from, and then if you have a question, go right ahead. If not, we can keep it moving, but just introduce yourself, if you will.
Hi, my name is Brooke. I'm 17 and I'm from Georgia.
Georgia. Hello, Brooke. Welcome, welcome. Brooke, do you have a C in mind yet?
I wanted to tackle creativity.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, thank you.
Good evening. I'm Tamika, and I'm tuning in from Denver, Colorado. And I think the C that I picked was civility. I'm excited.
That's powerful.
Nice to
Powerful,
meet you.
powerful, powerful. Thank you, thank you. All right. Nadia, you there?
Hi, good night. Are you guys hearing me?
Yep, got you.
Okay, so I'm Nadia, all the way from Guyana. And I think I chose climate change. Yeah, climate change. I'm pretty passionate about it. For now, I have no questions. I just wanted to know if you'll be sending, probably a document or something with all of the necessary information and the guidelines that we'll be following.
Absolutely. That's coming tonight.
Great.
That is coming tonight. And then we'll meet again in 2 weeks. I'm having a reunion call next week with our past authors, because they don't even know, they knew about the second edition, but they don't know a lot of details about the Africa tour. So we're going to be reaching out to them. We're going to be explaining that to them. And now that way they can prepare if it's something that they want to do. Just by way, the dates for the tour is July 17th until August 5th or 6th. Now, the beautiful thing about the tour is you don't have to go. So we're doing those countries. If you say, I want to just do the first week, You know what I mean? I want to do the 17th through the 23rd, and that's just going to Kenya and Burundi. Perfect. If you want to say, you know what, I love Ghana, or that was a place I really want to go, you know, and learn more about the slave trade and the Cape Coast, right? Then you could just come and meet us there. Okay. And then lastly is in South Africa, where we learn a lot more about Nelson Mandela. They have a beautiful beach, and so much goes on, right? There's the elephant thing. I mean, the safaris we're going to do. So it's not just going to be, I mean, y'all going to work, but look, you're going to be speaking and sharing, right? But you're also going to experience and learn, right? The culture, I'm so excited about it, because I know that even, again, we have the adults, but you young ladies, I mean, to have this opportunity, and for even us as, you know, older, just to, especially anyone, to really understand, and those girls that are of melanin, you know, women or girls of color, to understand our history, right? And just the culture, and to know really a true identity, is going to be absolutely impactful. So, so again, those are the options. You don't have to do it's a 3-week tour. But if you can say, you know what, I can only do 1 week, or I can do the first 2, or I can do the last 2, you know, then we can certainly work with you and plan that out and make those accommodations for you, you know, for you to meet us there and give you those details. Okay. So Nadia shared, Tamika shared, Adriana, she's my assistant, but she is going to be an author as well. Adriana, go ahead, talk to them about your C. Let them see your face. They may have seen you already. I don't know.
Greetings, yes. Hi, everybody. Thank you and welcome. I'm excited for this unit, this unity. Definitely takes, you know, 1 or 2, you know, or gather, you know. But my C is community. I have just a really big passion about the community and making it stronger and building it up, because we are like, the generations keep coming, right? Like, so I think it's important to have like really good systems and processes and things like that we can set up as a community, because yeah, it kind of starts there. Like, you know, that's where people grow up, where you go to school, you know, like where your friends are, where you meet people. So you want to grow up. My vision or my idea is growing up like in a happy community, like, you know, and clean, right? Like, so giving energy to all these things, just making sure, you know, it looks nice, you know, if there's any resources that are for the community, they're actually being given to the community. So I have been aligning myself with community like organization groups where that can happen. And I think me being exposed, that has showed me that there was a lot of like resources that I didn't know. And I don't think like people know. I know it's just not me. So what I'm going to do is just share it, community expose. I think exposure is really like key. And I think that's also what's happening here, where we're able to do like with this book, we're able to expose people, right, from our stories, and everybody is from different places and have different experiences. So whatever you can bring, like, it's, you know, it should be different, right? Because you have a different outlook and you have something to pour in. So I think that's, you know, important about exposure. So yeah, that's what I'm passionate about, is again, community. And
she will be with us for the tour. So
yes.
she's already a check for that. So she will be right there with us as the author. So that's going to be a good thing. So you're going to get to know her a whole lot. So she serves in many, many capacities, So you'll get the, I'm sorry, did you want to add anything else?
No, I mean, that was pretty much it. Like, you're gonna, like she said, you're gonna hear from me and see me, you know. So yeah, like text, call, you know. That's so right. Yeah, like I've probably already communicated to everybody on the line. I think I have everybody's like phone number like on the line right now. So we've text. So yeah, it's nice to see, you know, face and stuff. So yeah.
Indeed. All right, I'm going to drop the links in the chat, and then you'll get that tonight. You'll email everything back to Adriana, and we'll have our first call probably the first week in February. in the meantime, but you start writing. I promise you, inspiration comes from a lot of places. You could be watching TV, hearing a song. You can see a billboard. Listen, you can read a scripture. You like now you're just open, right? So it's like, okay, this is it. You know what resonates with me. What was the poem? What chapter? Like, just start taking in, right? And so you now can infuse that into your writing. And I really believe for each of you, like this is just the beginning, right? So this little bit of chapter you're doing for 4Cs is really to launch and catapult you into your own book, right? Into your own platform. Like this is just the start. So I'm grateful for your willingness to collaborate and do what we do. So let me just put the other link in, and hopefully you guys can copy those. If not, I mean, I know you can, but even if not, I'll have Adriana include this in the email so you can see that, and I think we're good. That, and then the last one is the actual book launch that we did. So just so you get a feel for some of the past stories. We did the book launch in 2 sessions just because of the time differences. So again, like tonight, you know, we're here in North America, and there's some ladies that are like 7 to 8 hours ahead of us. So that's why I tend to break it up and have different options, unless we do it on a Saturday. Right. If we do something on a Saturday, we do it 12 o'clock, it's fine. It's 7, 8 o'clock for them. So it just works. But we typically do 2 different times, if you will, to accommodate. So hopefully that works for you. All right. Well, listen, ladies, I thank you for your time and your attention. We are connected. You have Adriana's info, and I'm sure even through WhatsApp for Nadia, you know, if that's the best way to reach you, we'll do that. If you have like a CV or a resume already, you can certainly send that to Adriana. So that'll help me a little bit with just carving out some of the things as I begin to talk and share, you know, about the launch. But it's going to be incredible. And it's not just you guys as the authors. I have some of my midwife team, my spiritual midwives. They'll be traveling as well. And if you know, with Blessed Girls, we do a lot of outreach. So we'll be doing our pads and panties project, where we will bring underwear and things like that to different areas as we travel as well, just to be a blessing. So it's going to be quite an experience. And you guys are the feature. Featured authors and speakers. So look at that. Look at there. Boom. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Let's go. It's time in the season. So I'm grateful for that. So again, I am thankful. If we're not connected, Adriana, make sure she gets everything. blessedgirls.com. We have Blessed Girls NJ on Instagram and Facebook. So we'll certainly like to get you connected and following our pages sooner than later to stay abreast. So I thank you for your time. I appreciate you. And just one quick prayer, God, we just thank you. We thank you for this day. We thank you for this opportunity. I thank you for each and every young lady that is connected. And we might even have a gentleman or two that is connected to the 4Cs, the 2nd edition, because we want to be the change. We want to help to create the change moving forward, right? So Lord, we just thank you for this opportunity. I thank you for the lives. I thank you for keeping us safe, keeping us healthy, right? And we just, you know, just believe in you every step of the way, not relying on our own ability, our own understanding, but just having you to guide us and lead us as we continue to be bold and to be who you created us to be and to be blessed. All right, guys, y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Good night. Take care.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.